We have three Power BI desktop files opened: master database 2, and master database 3. We want to read data only from master database 1 into Excel file, and for that we need credentials. Credentials are usually stored in this location. Each Power BI desktop file that is opened has its own folder. Inside that folder there is data subfolder, and inside data subfolder there are two important files. This file has name of a database, and this file here has a port number of a database. But we don't know which of these three credentials to use in order to read from master database file. In order to accomplish that, we will create one help table in each of these three Power BI desktop files. So we will create this table, and that table has name of a file in it. So master database 2, master database 2, and master database 3. Now we are going to use Power Query to connect to our desired Power BI desktop file. For that, first we are going to hard code location of credentials in a spreadsheet, and this is important because this location will be different for every account, even for different versions of Power BI desktop, so it's best just to hard code it. Now we are going to open Power Query. First we need two information. One information is location of credentials, and this is something that we read from spreadsheet. The other information is the name of a Power BI desktop file from which we want to read our data, and we are going to place this name in parameter. Now we are using main query to get credentials. First we're gonna read content of folder that held credentials. Then we're gonna remove all the columns that we don't need. Then we're gonna see what data subfolder contains, and it contains two files that we find interesting, this file and this file. Now we are going to read from these two files. From first file we are going to read port numbers, and from second file we're gonna read name of a database. We're gonna remove columns that we don't need, and now we have all credentials for all three Power BI desktop files. Now we're gonna read their names. So we have names, but we also have here a name that of a Power BI desktop file from which we want to read, and we are going to compare these three values with this value in order to determine credentials that are important to us. So credentials in this row are important. We're going to remove other rows, and we're going to get a final result. Now it's possible that this Power BI desktop file is not even opened, so we're going to add some error handling, so we get error message if our file is not open. Now we can use these credentials to read from master database. In master data we have one more table, this sample table, and this sample table have only one column with one cell that say this is master database file. So in our Power Query we are going to use a DAX query to get that table, and we see that in the name of a column we also have name of a table. We are going to use text before delimiter function to remove name of a table, and we got our desired table from master database Power BI desktop file.